Hey there, Barkley Brokers. Okay, this story that I have for you is a contemporary story, so that means it's not like a folk tale or fairy tale. Most of the ones, actually, almost, well, I got some coming up that are folk tales and fairy tales. But a lot of the ones that I'm reading to you today, sorry about that, are more contemporary with bits and pieces of culture kind of infused into the story. I love that word, infused. It means kind of like mashed in and mixed in, and they become a part of the story. And so this one is called Drawn Together. It's by Min. And this one, a couple of years ago, almost won the Barclay Brooks Cotton Medal. We talked about that with the Very Impatient Caterpillar that we read a while ago. But the guy who did the pictures for this story, his name is Dan Santat. He has won the Caldecott Medal. He's won a couple times and had an honor, Caldecott honor. It's like a tie for second place a bunch of times. So he's done some really, really great work. So this is called Drawn Together, and it has some Chinese culture in it. And I love this. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful pictures. Now, this story has no words. So this is one of those stories you can make up the words in your head so you can see from his face. Does he look very excited to be staying with his grandfather? With his yeye? Chinese culture to show respect. And there's his grandfather is having some ramen, some traditional food, and he's having a hot dog and french fries. And he says, "So what's new, Grandpa?" Grandpa answers him in Chinese. They can't communicate very well. So they're trying to watch. He's watching a traditional Chinese show. And he says, "Can we watch something else?" So even that they can't really agree. And so he goes to his room and gets his bag. And he's an artist. And you can see from the looks on their faces, Grandpa's very excited. And when you're reading a book, a wordless book like this, you have to pay very close attention to those small details. So if you just kind of skimmed over this page, you wouldn't notice that he's sad until he starts to get out his art supplies, and then his face changes. Now, if you're one of those kids who likes to make art, both of my kids, my older ones, are artists. They love to make art. You understand that feeling of happiness when you start thinking about making art, or when you actually start making art. So you can kind of get how he's just more relaxed and happier. And aha! And there he goes. He's all excited, brings back his own sketchbook. He said, "Right when I gave up on talking, my grandfather surprised me by revealing a world beyond words. And in a flash, look at that, we see each other for the first time." Grandpa's also an artist. Now, I love, oh my goodness, this book. You can really see the two cultures meshing and coming together as we go through these next pages. So here's the little boy, his kind of Americanized culture, and the grandfather's more traditional. Look at that. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous is that? So cool, right? All the things we could never say come pouring out. So they're communicating through their art. And we build a new world that even words can't describe. But just when we're closer than ever, you can see the Chinese dragon in the background. That old distance. There's the divide. And there he is on one side of the canyon, and there's Grandpa on the other. Comes roaring back. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this artwork, guys. Oh my goodness. So now you see here's the boy and there's Grandpa. But what's left on that boy's side? And what is left with Grandpa? So even in their artwork, it was kind of separate, right? This time, I'm not afraid, he says. Because I know that together, so now it's starting to mix. There he is in the black and white, and his grandpa's now in color. We can make our way across. Now, after years of searching for the right words, they made a bridge of the dragon. So cool. We find ourselves happily speechless. There's his mom coming back to get him. And Grandpa has his art materials, and he's taking Grandpa's art materials, ink. And look at that. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I wish that dust jacket wasn't on, but we have to have it on to protect our books. Isn't that gorgeous? So you could do a little investigation if that artwork appealed to you, if you thought it was really, really neat. And maybe that might be something that you would like to try, some traditional Chinese art. I hope you enjoyed that story.